The newest get-rich-quick schemes, prop firms. Prop firms sound amazing while in reality, most of them are just casinos where instead of the slot machines in the arcade, you get a demo account on MT5, ridiculously impossible rules, and an email about financial freedom every Friday. And somehow, this one-sided losing game has exploded and left millions of traders who thought they found the shortcut to the Holy Grail. Apparently people don't mind buying an imaginary $100,000 with their hard-earned $500. Well, kinda. But let's first start with how we got to this mess. In the past, all of us were dependent on brokers. First, you had to call to make a trade. Then you had your own digital dashboard. For most of you, that might seem like centuries back. But yeah, in the past, if you had $5,000, you only had $5,000 to trade with. But now we have prop firms. And what are prop firms? Prop firms, short for proprietary firms, are relatively new companies in the trading space. The idea behind them is quite simple. They claim to let you trade with their capital, but that capital is as real as tooth fairies are. Here's how it actually works. You buy a challenge, trade under their strict rules, and if you pass the challenge, they give you a funded account to trade with. They pitch, pay us some real money and show us you can trade under our rules. Then maybe we will let you trade with our totally real capital. Right now, neither am I saying prop firms are completely undoable, nor am I implying you can't use them to trade. But I want to set realistic expectations, especially for newbies in this space. So let's get to the numbers. We're not going to do calculus, but let's look at simple statistics. I'm going to show you something I would like to call the funnel of failure. Let's assume there are 10,000 traders who attempt the challenge. The average trader blows their account within 4 weeks, and by the end of those 4 weeks, of those 10,000, only about 1,000 traders make it to the next phase. That's about 90% out already and told by these companies that their trading sucks. And of those 1,000 who were the top 10%, about 240 of them pass phase 2 and become funded. So these 240 people go on to get consistent payout, right? No. Guess how many of them do? 100? 50? 30? No. Only about 8 of them do. That's about 0.08% of the initial traders who paid for the challenge. Compare that to the 48% mathematical chance of doubling your money on roulette. The numbers vary according to sources though, but almost every source agrees the percentage of traders who get the payouts are significantly less than 1%. For some prop firms, it could reach up to 10%, but with a very small payout due to more lenient rules. Even after you pass fair and square, there is a high risk of a rejected payout and a prop firm shutting down overnight, either by going bankrupt or by getting busted by the regulators. Yes, I'm talking about one of the biggest scandals in the industry, with only 0.072% of their traders getting at least a payout. Now that we know the numbers, anyone with a positive IQ won't fall for it, right? Wrong. This is a market valued at $6.7 billion. But why? Why do people still fall for it? Okay, here is how their challenges work. Hit 8% target without losing 5% in one day and 10% in total. Don't trade during news announcements, don't blink, don't sneeze, don't win on days after full moon and crescent nights, and don't forget to pray to Powell. Seriously, their rules are beyond ridiculous. You sneeze while trading, hit the spacebar by mistake, and accidentally open 10 lots on Zost, and the next thing you know, account terminated. This isn't trading. Instead, it's more like Squid Game, red light, green light. But instead of losing your life, you lose your $500 and your dignity. The marketing machine behind prop firms is absolutely ruthless. You've got 20-something influencers all over Instagram and TikTok flashing rented Lambos, fake Rolexes, and surrounded by paid models, making you think trading with prop firms is your ticket to the good life. But here's what they don't tell you. These so-called trading gurus aren't making bank from trading at all. They're getting rich off affiliate commissions from prop firms. These guys are psychological warfare experts. They'll fake screenshots, Photoshop P&L statements, and create whatever fantasy they need to get you hyped up and signing up for challenges. They push prop firms hard because it sounds like easy money and fast results to beginners. But here's the dirty secret about how these prop firms actually make their money. The whole marketing blitz is designed to funnel in as many hopeful beginners as possible because statistically, most will never pass. Every failed challenge is pure profit for them with zero risk. They've weaponized FOMO and get-rich-quick fantasies to keep fresh noobs signing up for challenges they're statistically destined to fail. The more aggressive the marketing, the more overconfident traders they attract, and overconfident traders are exactly the ones most likely to blow their accounts. And that's also why you'll notice many legit skilled traders getting blacklisted entirely once they start milking the prop firm because their success became a liability for the firm's business model. Back to our stats, only about 1% of traders ever make it to the payout stage at the very best. So 99% just paid $500 to be formally told that they suck at trading. What a privilege. If you were gambling at a casino in Vegas, instead of trading, you would at least get a free drink. But in this advanced gambling industry, you get an email saying, "Dear trader, you breached your account. You suck at trading LMAO. If you ever want to throw your hard-earned money for no return again, we'll be delighted to help. Take care or not. We don't really care." Let me tell you something that has been a secret in the prop firm market. When you place a trade on a funded prop firm account, one of two things happen. No, not just win or lose. Instead, A book or B book by the prop firm. Let's start with the more common one, B book. This is where the prop firm executes your trade on a demo account and more often than not bet against you inside the real live market so that when you lose, they win. But for A book, your trades would directly go to the real market, and if you win, the prop firm wins too. While there are some prop firms who A book some of their traders' trades, most prop firms are B book only. So you're not really funded after getting funded. But this time you're a demo trader with a certificate. This is why some prop firms shut down. Too many traders ask for payouts. And because they didn't actually execute their trades, they ran out of funds and eventually collapsed. So even with the low success rate for traders, if too many of them win, the firm struggles. That's also why they deny payouts for ridiculous reasons like sleeping 8 hours per day. Now don't get me wrong, there are some transparent and successful prop firms on the market with clear rules and nice relationships with their customers, but most prop firms are the villains of the trading industry. If you're serious about trading, treat it like the skill it actually is. You're not going to be flexing in Dubai after 6 months. That's fantasy land bullshit. Start with demo accounts until you're genuinely consistent. Study, backtest, and put in the actual work. Once you've proven you can trade, start building a personal account with your own money. When you've got real skills and consistent results, then prop firms become interesting. Or if you just want to burn your money fast, go to Vegas. At least you'll get a free margarita and a solid 8 out of 10 girl to spend the night with. So that was it for today. For the next video, I will dive into more details about how these firms work, what red flags to look out for, and how to know which kind of firms to trust. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.